welcome to Last Ditch Effort. This is episode 12. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Pacasha, and I'm in New Mexico, and it is snowing, so it's a good day. You may hear some coughing, and I don't edit that out. My daughter stayed home, so she's not feeling great today. So hopefully I can get through this without being too self-conscious. But anyway, welcome. If you're from the US, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving, and I'm glad you're here today. I appreciate you spending time with me, and as awkward as that is, because it is kind of a one-way thing, but definitely leave me a comment below and let me know what you're working on, and things of that nature, how your Thanksgiving was, what your favorite thing to eat was, anything like that, what you guys like to do, anything you want to tell me, I want to hear it. So anyway, so let's start with what I'm wearing. I do have knitted socks on, but they're just some nomadic knits, plain stripy socks. And then I made this sweater in 2010. This is called the Wisteria, and it's by Gilbert, and it was part of the Twist Collective in 2008. Anyway, it's got these really cool cables all along the neck. It's kind of hard to see, the light's blowing it out, but it kind of looks Art Nouveau to me. Anyway, there's cables along the neck and along like the bottom of the hem, and matching ones along the cuffs. And it's Cascade 220, some kind of like heather tweed color, I don't know. I think I used almost exactly 8 skeins for this. It did use quite a bit of yarn. I don't have a lot of notes on it. It was for like a knitting competition type thing, so I didn't keep very good notes, unfortunately. But this is one that I really like to wear. It's super comfortable. It fits really well. I think it looks great, but it's one that like nobody ever says anything about, which I don't knit for other people. I knit for other people. I don't knit for other people's like praise, which is kind of ironic considering I have a podcast about knitting. But nobody ever comments on this. Nobody ever compliments it or anything. It's one of my favorite ones, and one that I'm like most proud of, because these were not, I don't remember them being very easy cables. Now to me they seem kind of standard, or deceptively easy because they look really crazy. But anyway, I don't know what I'm getting at. It's kind of like a blow to my ego that nobody likes it as much as I do. But I think it's a fantastic little design, and I would knit it again. And this yarn is holding up. It does have pills on it, but it's 13 years old and it's gotten a lot of wear. It's been washed many, many times. Like, I kind of forgive it. It's good. It's good yarn. Cascade 220 it's a workhorse for a reason, and super affordable. Anyway, so that's what I'm wearing. Let's see what else. We're gonna go to finish objects next. Yeah, is that how I do it? Okay, we'll do these first because they're right on top here. I finished a pair of socks for my daughter and I've shown these before. I only was pretty close to the beginning, I don't know last time, but anyway, these are the Candy Floss socks. Just plain vanilla sock. I do my decreases along the bottom of the heel, so it kind of creates a bias around your heel, that cup that you need to kind of hold on your heel. Anyway, typically people do decreases along here with a standard heel flap, and I just do mine like, I'll knit half, and then I decrease like, I decrease in the center of the back of the heel. So it might be something that you want to try if maybe your heels fall a little bit, if they slip off. I find this way stays a little bit better. I mean, it's not like revolutionary. It's not going to fix all your problems, but anyway, and it looks kind of cool. Anyway, and then just a standard wedge. Yeah, pretty bog standard. socks, but the yarn is a delight. I did notice West Yorkshire Spinners is one of my favorite sock yarns because it's durable and it uses, I think it uses Blueface Leicester. I don't know. Anyway, it's really durable, but it's not like as hard as like Opal, although I do love Opal and, you know, yarns of that sort. But I did notice this time that there was a lot of slubs, a lot of plies that had been broken and kind of reworked into the yarn, you know, in the manufacturing process, which I don't really mind, but it was like my stitches are a lot more inconsistent. And granted, I mean, these haven't been blocked because I don't block just plain socks. I don't know, so it's kind of a disappointment, but this is the only ball that I've really had that problem with West Yorkshire. So I don't know, it just seemed a little thinner and a little, I don't know, quality control was sick that day or something. I don't know. It's fine. I don't mind it because it's still a fantastic pair of socks and I know it's going to last for a long time and they're going to look good for a long time too. So moving on. Okay, I'm going to see if I can put them right here without knocking everything over. And in the process, I'm going to grab this second finished object. Okay, this one, I don't think my mom watches, but if you do, please look away. Just don't watch. You don't need to be here. I love you, Mom. Go away. Okay, my mom loves this certain pattern for slippers. And okay, they look awful. They look hideous because they just blocked funny and I need to kind of mold them. And I kind of think that they need a fourth felting because, and I still need to trim off ends and stuff. This, like, one is like more felted than the other. I think you can kind of tell. So I say it's a finished object, but I'm probably going to felt them one more time. I just put these in my top loading washer in hot water with, I have detergent strips now. I don't use like liquid detergent, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but this is 3 washes later and I stick them in a laundry bag so that the fiber stays within that bag instead of getting into, you know, my water system and messing up the machine and stuff. But yeah, this one is just really floppy. I don't know. They're just inconsistent. So they're finished. Like technically she can wear these. These will be exactly what she wants. I mean, this is, I'm not going to say the pattern because I kind of feel like there's a bit of cultural appropriation with that. I will write it below only for ease of looking into it yourself if you really need to. I would recommend another pattern. I do not enjoy knitting this pattern at all. However, they're super durable and they're what my mom likes. And, you know, they're for her. So, man, and this is her 3rd pair. The first pair she wore out completely. And this is like 2 strands of worsted weight. It's wool of the Andes, held double. This is garter stitch with held double yarn, and it's 2 layers. So this is like a super, super thick sole. And she wore out the first pair. I think that they were Cascade. They may have been Cascade 220, which is very similar to wool of the Andes. But the second pair, she wore a lot, but they burned up when her house burned up. So yeah, she needs some more of these. But these are like her favorite things ever. I think in Ravelry, I put them as Monstrosity because, yeah, that's the name of my project page. Because I mean, they're not pleasant to knit. They're kind of ugly. They look much better on. This is just wonky drying after, you know, it's had a rough day. So, yeah, so I guess I'll wash these another time or two. Definitely wash this one at least one more time. We'll see. We'll see how that goes, but I consider them done. So the yardage is out of my stash. And just so you know, this used 504 grams. So like a whole bag of yarn and then just a little bit of the 11th skein. So that's, I mean, I had 2 of these in my stash. Just Knit Picks has good sales sometimes on their buy it in bulk type thing. And this is the standard color that they offer. for a little bit cheaper. And so I got it a long time ago, and now it's good to have a whole bag of this out of my stash. My bags of worsted, or my sweater quantities of worsted, are down in the bottom shelf here. It has little doors, so they're all down here, and so that's freed up some space down there, which is nice. It's easier to get to other things. I also have a huge basket. God, these things keep falling down on me. A huge basket of palette down there, so it makes it easier to get in there and get little snippets of other things that I may need. So it's out of the stash, and let's move on to works in progress. Okay, a little bit of adjustment. Sorry about that. The first thing I should show you. Oops. This is my Druid mittens, Green Autumn mittens, whatever you want to call them. They have 2 different names, by Jared Flood. And not a finished object yet. Oh, these take so long to do, like so long. There's one. And then the stitch pattern kind of makes the mitten curve a little bit, and so it fits really nicely. And I mean, the top of this, like there's like a panel that goes all the way on the other side of the thumb. Like it's like this, it makes like a compartment for your fingers. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's a genius work of engineering, I think. Anyway, they're awesome. Like they feel so good. So good on my hands. They're the perfect size for my hands. I have kind of small hands. Size 0s. Jameson and Smith 2-ply jumper weight. The colorway is FC mix. FC 12 mix, I think. So there's one. And look at how far I got. Try to challenge myself to do like 10 rows if the lighting is good. The lighting has to be good or it's just not happening. But I did invest in something little to kind of help me with that. But look at how far I got on the second one. So we're past the thumb by several rows. I'm getting there. It's just taking a long time. I think they're going to be fantastic. They're worth the work, I think. I'm feeling a lot more excited to do more complicated knits than after years and years of just needing garter stitch. I think I've talked about this a little bit before, but you know, there are times in your life where you just need easy things to do just to kind of pass the time, keep your hands busy, take your mind off of things that you don't want to think about. And now it's like I need the brain workout, or I feel like it's just not gonna get going again. Yeah, so this is my brain workout, and they look fabulous. I'm pretty proud of them. I'm really excited about these, and I'm excited to wear them because they're super warm. So this is everything I want in a knitting project, like new techniques, because this was new to me. So cool. And really, once you start doing it, it's fine. Just, it's one of those, like, you read it on the pattern and you're like, oh no, this isn't good. And then you start doing it, you're like, oh, imagine that. And then you're past it and it's fantastic. But the bobbles are a lot of work. There's cables every single row. There's something to do like every single row. And I'm knitting with teeny tiny size 0, which is 2.0 millimeter wooden needles, and I'm trying to keep a fairly tight tension. So it's a workout, a mental and physical workout to do these mitts, but they're getting done. I'm excited. Moving on. Hopefully these will be finished by next time. Maybe I'll skip another week like I did last week just so I can finish them. I'm ready to be done with them, not because I'm bored of them. I think they're fantastic, but I'm ready to start something new. And you know how I am. I only have a few projects on at once, and yeah, gotta get them done. Okay, the second one I've been talking about for a long time too. And this is another one, it's going to take forever. And it's not because it's complicated. It's super easy. I don't need the pattern anymore because you memorize the stitch in like a minute. But it's brioche, and that takes twice as long because you're essentially double knitting. And it's lace weight, and it's fine. And the yarn is super pretty, but it catches on every like dry skin flake on my hands right now, and it's just, and if I drop a stitch I can't fix it because I don't know how to fix brioche easily. I don't actually enjoy it to knit it so much, but I do like how it looks. Not necessarily two color, but I do like the single colors. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of like a net, but it's super like dense and thick for being just a lace weight. And this is, I'm sorry, this is Barley Sugar by Isolde Teague. So it's like a infinity cowl. It's gonna loop twice, so I have to do four feet of this, and I'm only about that far. I haven't done much since. This is where I was last time we talked, so I have a lot to do, but it's super pretty. And this is for my husband Mark. I've made a few of these before. This is a provisional cast on, so it's not going to look that raggedy. Yeah. So I mean, I try to put some work on it when I can. I keep saying, oh, he's not in a hurry. I've got all the time to do this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then like last week, he's like, it's so cold. I could really use a barley sugar right now. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm not going to go faster. Mark, I know you're watching this, but look, you know what you married when you married me. Anyway, for kind of an easy project, I have to have something that's really mindless. Like if I'm knitting in the dark or if I'm on a car trip or something like that. And we went to Santa Fe the weekend before Thanksgiving, and we went to Meow Wolf, and yeah, we had a great time. And I don't think I took these, so I don't know why I'm talking about that, but anyway, yeah, we went to Santa Fe. I think I did actually knit these a little bit, but these are from my friend Mickey, and these are made, I forgot to say that Barley Sugar, if you haven't seen this before, or hear me mention it before, it's Knit Pick Shadow and Larch Heather, which is discontinued, but fabulous. Like, I want them to bring back Shadow desperately. It's the best lace weight, I think, just because it's wool, so it's got that, yeah, it's not a slinky weight. It's just the best, I think. Anyway, Larch Heather discontinued. Sorry, I'm using 2 full balls of it. This is a Tron Trekking XXL in the colorway 69, which is hilarious, I know. Let's all control ourselves, but that is why I bought it. I bought this like a long time ago to make socks for Mark, but Mark doesn't wear knitted socks anymore. Because he wears compression socks, not because he doesn't like them and he's mean. He would love to, and I know he's worn some on top of compression socks before, I think, or just got rid of them. But anyway, he would wear these if he could. But I'm knitting a pair for a friend, and I think it's really obvious now. I think this might have been 2 different colors, and I thought they were the same, just like a small ball and a big ball. I don't know. Okay, what happened was I started with this, and I got quite a bit through the leg, and I'm like, God, this looks like I'm going through a lot of yarn. And I think this was a lighter skein than normal. I don't know if it came that way, like from the store or manufacturer, or if I used some of it in something and I just didn't like record that anywhere or make a note of it anywhere or up in my brain anywhere. So I got a little nervous, so I picked a different color for the heel. And I talked to my friend that I'm making these for, and he's super cool with anything. So he's gonna get some kind of crazy socks. Wait till you see what I picked for the toast. That hot pink purple. I think that'd be great. So these are just Stroll mini whatever skeins that came in a pack. And yeah, Zitron trekking. And so I'm making him a pair of socks. They're just kind of my, like last night I decided I had to watch a scary movie. And it was a super dark, scary movie, so I could not focus on anything except for watching the movie. But if it got really scary, then I could just like knit my sock and look down at my sock. So I needed an easy sock because it really wasn't that scary, but it was The Descent, just in case you were wondering. I don't really like horror movies, but something told me I had to watch that movie. So I don't know if that means like I'm gonna fall in a cave and be attacked by scientific anomalies. Anyway. Oh, I always get a little loopy on these things. I get a little loopy in real life, so what you see is what you get. Okay, socks. That is all of the projects that I have going right now. Yeah. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I would like to work on after these are done, because I don't know, I don't know when I'm going to get to record next. Like, I just go week by week. We'll see what happens, whatever. So I'll just kind of give you an idea of what I've got going on, or my thought process anyway. And I have to bend over and pull up my basket. This is my little basket. Okay, so this is what I want to work on. Nio wants a Hello Kitty hat. So she wants like a hat with ears, a la Pussy Hat from, what is it, 2008? And a little red or pink bow, little yellow nose, Hello Kitty. Anyway, so I got some Barocco Vintage, just in white, and it's DK, so that will take like no time at all to whip it up, and it should be really cute. I did make her one when she was like 6, maybe. She was little. She was really little, and it's in my Ravelry projects if you want to look into that. But it was just essentially I made just like, I knit like in the round and just like bound off at the top square, so it makes that nice ear shape. And then I had like a little ribbon with Hello Kitties on them, and I used that as the little ribbon. Oh, she was so cute and tiny, and oh. Anyway, we're recreating that, sort of. So that will be on the needles and a gift. Although she knows about it because I talk to her about it all the time. Like, oh, do you want pink or red ribbon? Yeah. Because I can't do anything on my own. I have to have her approval for everything. Because. And one of the next projects I would like to work on is this Simply Shetland. It's Gudrun Johnson did a holiday hat kit using Jameson of Shetland, whatever. And so I got this little bag. It's got all these yarns in it, and it's gonna make this hat. So it's really, really pretty colors, and I'm super excited about it. And if I have leftovers, I'm gonna make myself a matching hat kerchief, and then I'll probably have to pick up some more like of the main color, whatever, that will make it work, and make some mitts also. So that's coming up. I have it on the top of my knitting basket, and it's kind of taunting me, and I really want to work on it, but I really want to finish this other stuff before I do that, because I know I'll ignore all the things that I have to make versus the things I want to make. And I don't have a whole lot going on that I have to make, so I should just do it and stop being me. And then Isolde's Knitworthy, they just came out with another pattern this morning, and it's called the Brock Beanie, and that uses up leftovers. And Isolde has really made her patterns to be as accessible and as forgiving and as broad as you could possibly imagine. Like this hat is, it's basically like color work slip. I don't know if there's slip stitches or something in there. I haven't even looked at it yet, but it's just not patchwork, color work, like stripes using up leftovers, 3 different gauges, I think like 6 different sizes. Like it's kind of like tin can knits. Like she wants everybody to be able to make what they want to make, how they want to make it. And her prices are fantastic for that. And she even has low vision, like versions of her patterns, which I think is fantastic. Like I have to wear glasses all the time, and I take them off because the ring light looks hideous with them. But I mean, yeah, I don't have the best vision, so that low vision stuff really does make a difference. Because let me tell you, let me actually show you. I'm not going to give away too much because it is a paid for pattern, but like I'll just show you like this part. Look at this. Look at how tiny that chart is. It's so tiny. Like this is the mitten chart, and I can barely see this like on a good day with my glasses in full light. It is very difficult to see. Mark can blow it up. Mark does drafting, so he has like this printer that's like huge. It does like poster size stuff, obviously, like blueprints. And he's offered many times to bring me like these huge, like, I don't know, you can't even like work with these pieces of paper, so I don't know what he's thinking, but he's very sweet. Thinking of his poor wife. But anyway, so yeah, so I've been working from a teeny tiny chart like this, and yeah, so I appreciate those, the like large print version of knitting patterns a lot. But one of the things that I mentioned earlier and I said I was going to talk about was I ordered these from Amazon. They're just kind of like, look, now that one's all wonky and it's not as aesthetically pleasing to see, but they're just like these, they're not highlighter strips, they're just like little, I don't know, memo post-it strip type things. And they come in all different colors, and they sent me a huge pack of a bajillion from Amazon. But they've actually helped me like more than anything. Usually I would just use like a normal post-it and move it down and stuff, but these are, I don't know, because they're thinner, you can kind of see above and below, so it helps when you're reading your knitting to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do based on above and below. Anyway, so when I do lace knitting, these are going to be especially fantastic, and they're super thin, so they work really well with these tiny charts, but they're big enough that they'll be fine with larger grids. So anyway, I'm probably not going to put a link to these below, but they look like this. They're on Amazon. I think they came from Japan because Japan has all the best stationery. Anyway, so there's a tip. Another thing I wanted to share with you is something that I just got out because I decorated the house for Christmas, but I have made 2 sets of these little garlands. They're really an advent calendar for us. I make 24 of them instead of just like a garland. Like, anyway, the pattern is called Smitten. The designer is something Ivy. Hold on. Emily Ivey, and it used to be on the Knit Picks website. It's not anymore. It's a free download. These are, I held palette together to make a worsted. So if you had worsted scraps, these will be great. But the palette held together. I mean, you can do a marl. You can do a little stripe. You can just do it plain. I did a very traditional set in green, red, and white for my brother and his kids, or his family. And then I did a set of like our colors. They're kind of like 70s, like just they're all over the place. Like I only had like a few yards of this like little tan color right here. So I mean, it's just like perfect for using up the tiniest things. And I know what you're thinking, the thumbs, oh, that would be awful to do for a whole however many of these you wanted to make, but she has it written so easily. It's just super fast. It's not fiddly at all. I wrote in my notes that They took 30 to 45 minutes per mitten, which, I mean, that's a hexapuff. If you're bored of doing hexapuffs and you need just little things, and these use up just the coolest amounts of yarn. And then I just put like little candies in there. Or one year I put like some lip gloss and, you know, things like that. Like this year it's just candies, but and you can put them on a garland. We have them in a wooden bowl that Mark turned. I've used them just on the tree, and Naya would just like pick one every day for a little piece of chocolate every day. But I mean, yeah, I have like, there's so many different kinds in here. Let's see. And I mean, it's just a fun way to kind of play with color. And, you know, I made my stripes all different, and that obviously used up leftovers. This one is my favorite one. Isn't it the coolest? Oh, it's so like 70s. Like, I love it. And, you know, I think the marled ones are really cool. And then if you have just a teeny bit, maybe just like the tip, just the tip. Anyway, so that's Smitten, a holiday garland, I think is the byline on that. And I made these years ago. Whatever. I hope that my nieces use them. If they don't, that kind of sucks. But yeah, that's our Advent, and I have that out, and I wanted to show you because it's a fun way to do, I don't know. It's just fun. If you work on it all year, then it's like nothing. Like, it'll be done by Christmas. And I think we never really had Advent calendars growing up, but the neighbors' kids did. And they were always that kind of cheap, gross chocolate. So while we didn't miss out much, it was still kind of, aw, you know, I want a piece of candy every day. I don't know. And the countdown is exciting for kids and whatever. So do yourself a favor. Maybe do this for you. Yeah. Or, you know, a dog treat or whatever. Yeah. So, I was kind of thinking the other day why I don't knit while I podcast, but I don't know. Like, I can knit doing just about anything. I have knit while I was asleep before, like woken up, and I've had a few stitches like done. I knit in the dark. I knit here, there, everywhere. So I don't know why I don't knit while we talk, but I guess I'm showing you stuff all the time. And these last little bits, I get so rambly, and I keep telling myself I'm not going to do that this time. So this time I really mean it. So that's all I have to share. Please tell me what you're working on. I would love to hear about it. If you have some awesome gift knit ideas, put those down below because everybody benefits from that kind of information. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day, and I'm gonna go enjoy the snow, which means I'm going to stay inside and drink something warm. And I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.